Let's start with a bird that looked like a penguin but wasn't even related to one. The great auk stood almost 3 feet tall, couldn't fly, and lived across the icy waters of the North Atlantic. For thousands of years, it thrived. But once sailors realized its feathers, meat, and eggs were valuable, hunting exploded. By 1844, the very last pair was killed on a rocky island in Iceland. Just like that, gone forever. Imagine a zebra that only had stripes on the front half of its body, and the back half looked like a plain brown horse. That was the quagga, native to South Africa. Farmers hunted them aggressively because they competed with livestock for grazing land. The very last known quagga died alone in an Amsterdam zoo in 1883, and shockingly, almost nobody realized it was the last one until it was too late. This wasn't just a big deer. The Irish elk had antlers spanning up to 12 feet wide, the largest of any known deer species in history. Scientists still debate exactly why it disappeared around 7,700 years ago. The leading theories? A mix of climate change destroying their habitat and early human hunting. Those massive antlers, once a symbol of dominance, may have actually made survival harder as their environment changed. Here's one that will genuinely shock you. The passenger pigeon wasn't rare. There were literally billions of them, so many that flocks would darken the sky for hours as they passed overhead. But mass commercial hunting in the 1800s was so extreme that within just a few decades, the population collapsed completely. The last one, named Martha, died in a Cincinnati zoo in 1914. From billions to zero, one of the fastest extinctions ever caused by humans. Also called the Thylacine, this striped dog-like marsupial from Australia had a jaw that could open almost 90 degrees wide. Farmers believed it was killing their livestock, so governments placed bounties on it, encouraging mass hunting. The last known Tasmanian tiger died in a zoo in 1936. And the eerie part? There have been unconfirmed sightings reported for decades since, keeping the mystery alive. Forget the slow, tree-hanging sloths you know today. The giant ground sloth stood as tall as a giraffe and weighed several tons. It roamed the Americas around 10,000 years ago, when a combination of climate shifts and hunting by early humans wiped it out completely. Fossil evidence even shows human tool marks on some sloth bones, direct proof of the hunt. Probably the most famous extinct animal of all time. The dodo lived only on the island of Mauritius, had no natural predators, and had completely lost the ability to fly. When sailors arrived in the 1500s, they brought rats, pigs, and monkeys that destroyed dodo nests and ate their eggs. Combined with hunting, the dodo vanished in less than a century, becoming the ultimate symbol of extinction itself. This gentle giant could grow up to 30 feet long and lived peacefully in the cold waters near Russia. It was discovered by European explorers in 1741 and hunted into complete extinction by 1768. That's less than 20 years from discovery to disappearance, making it one of the fastest human-caused extinctions in recorded history. One of the most feared predators to ever exist. The Smilodon had canine teeth up to 7 inches long and powerful enough to take down mammoths. Yet, despite being an apex predator, it couldn't survive the massive climate shift at the end of the last ice age, which wiped out much of its prey. Without food, even the most powerful predator on Earth couldn't survive. And finally, the one everybody's been waiting for, the woolly mammoth, roamed the icy tundras for hundreds of thousands of years, perfectly adapted to freezing temperatures with thick fur and curved tusks up to 15 feet long. But as the ice age ended, their icy habitat shrank rapidly, and early human hunters targeted them for food, fur, and bones. The very last population survived on a remote Arctic island just about 4,000 years ago, meaning mammoths were still alive when the pyramids of Egypt were already standing. Let that sink in. So, next time you look at the world around you, remember everything you see today is temporary. These incredible creatures ruled the Earth for thousands, sometimes millions of years, and yet they're gone. If this video blew your mind, smash that like button, subscribe for more mind-bending facts, and let me know in the comments which animal on this list shocked you the most. See you in the next one.